guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, I am Chelsea. We are a family of 7 and I just take you through the week and I show you what we're having for dinner each day. We have our big meal, our dinner, what most of you guys would probably call lunchtime because my husband works a shift where that's just when it works well for us to have our big meal all together, but I still call it dinner. So yeah, I just take you along and I just show you how I'm feeding the big family, what we're eating, all those things. Right now I'm doing a whole lot of Trim Healthy Mama meals because that's just what I'm doing right now. So far we are really enjoying everything. And yeah, so let's get to cooking. Alright, so for dinner tonight, we're going to be having black pepper chicken. And some of us are going to have it over brown rice, and some of us are going to have it over just some sauteed cabbage. So I'm taking chicken breasts, and I have about 3 pounds of chicken breast, and I'm just going to cut this with my kitchen scissors so that it's into nice little sizes. And then we'll get it going with our seasonings and spices. In my chicken, I'm going to be adding in 1/4 of a cup plus a little bit more, a little dash after you do the 1/4 of a cup. If I can find my 1/4 of a cup, we will get going. Okay, of soy sauce. All right, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. 2½ teaspoons of black pepper. And I'm going to put in about 3 of these freshly peeled garlics. I'm just gonna stick them in. Well, I did 4. I'm going to give this a good stir, and I'm going to let it marinate while I chop up some veggies. I'm going to be cutting up 6 stalks of celery. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil to my pan, which I already have on and heating. And then we'll get our chicken in here going. Alright, chicken's going in. Alright, so I had to move over to the stove because in the middle of cooking, my electric skillet just died. It won't come on. It's done for. So I moved my chicken over to here and I continued cooking for a few minutes. It's done now. So I've added about 2 tablespoons of butter. And now I'm going to get in the celery that I chopped. And I also chopped up some green onion. I would say, maybe 2 tablespoons of it. That's just optional if you like it or not. So I'm going to get these going in here, and then I'm going to put the lid on and let these veggies get nice and soft. And the rice is done over in the Instant Pot, so things are coming together. My skillet dying threw me off my game here. I'm also throwing in an entire bag of this tricolor coleslaw, so just shredded up cabbage. You could just take a head of cabbage and cut it up if you want, but this is what I have, and this is easy. So I have that on top. Now I'll put my lid on and let it go to town. Alright, so our chicken, cabbage, veggie mixture is done here. And I did brown rice in the Instant Pot. So here's how the plates are looking. It smells great. We're going to go sit down and eat dinner. Yeah. Alright, you guys, for Wednesday night's dinner, we're going to be having a big old taco salad. So here's all of my romaine lettuce. I did 3 romaine hearts. I just chopped them up, put them in the bowl. For the dressing, I used this 0% Greek yogurt. I used 1/2 cup of that, and then inside the dressing, it's to make like a ranch dressing. We have a tablespoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of parsley, and maybe 1.5 tablespoons of this garlic salt. So that's making up the dressing. If you have onion powder, that would be good in here. I was all out. That's fine. It still tastes good. And then Liam is stirring up our meat. So I think it was 3 pounds of turkey meat in here, and I just drained the juice from that, and then I added in cumin. I don't measure it when I do stuff for meat. I just dump it in. Chili powder and garlic salt. Again, you could add other seasonings if you wanted to. That's just what we did today. And then I forgot to buy tomatoes, and a lot of us don't like tomatoes, but a few of us do. So I just drained this can of diced red tomatoes, and I'm just going to dump it in this bowl. And then if someone wants tomatoes on their salad, they can do that. And then into my lettuce mixture, I'm going to dump all of my turkey and 2 cans of drained pinto beans. I've already drained them, so I'm just going to dump them in, and then I'm going to mix up the dressing on there. I'll show you guys when we get done. I think bacon would also be really good on this. I did not thaw any, but that sounds yummy to me. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna get all this going and I'll show you once I get it all mixed together. Alright, some of my kiddos were a little salad apprehensive and we've been playing hard at the park today. So I went ahead, or Natalie did, and made some chicken nuggets to go with it. So they're gonna try the salad, but we have chicken nuggets as the backup and we have ketchup and blueberries. So this is how Violet and Aria's plates are looking, and Natalie's, and everyone else is just gonna have the salad, and I'll show you that in just a second. Alright, so here is the salad all done. I mixed the dressing in there with it also. Looks pretty yummy. And here it is in a bowl. I made some extra dressing just so we could put a dollop on top of each person's bowl if they want it. And again, if someone wants tomatoes, there they are. So we're gonna go and sit down and eat our Wednesday night dinner. Tonight for dinner, we're going to be having chili pie. So let me show you what we're gonna be using. We're gonna be using egg whites, cut okra, onion, pinto beans. I think I'm gonna be using 2 of these. I have to get another one out. Tomato sauce, rotel, and you could also do diced tomatoes if you wanted to. That's what I'm doing because I'm not a huge tomato person, so that's enough tomatoes for me. We're going to be using chili powder, garlic salt, ground turkey. You could use beef or any ground meat you want. I'm going to use 2 pounds of that and some cheddar cheese. So first off, I'm going to get my turkey browning. This is actually 3 pounds of ground turkey. I only need 2 pounds, so I'm going to take some out after I cook it and just save that for a different dinner, I think, or I'll make it real big. No, I'm going to take 1 pound out. So 2 pounds of ground, any kind of meat you want. And then in here I have 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce and 1 12-ounce bag of okra, and I'm going to blend this up to make a puree. Let my meat brown and get this sauteing. Once my meat is brown, not sauteing, that's not going to saute, I'm going to blend it up. Once that browns, I'm going to dump off the grease, get my extra meat out. I'm going to pour this onto there once I do that. So I have my okra and tomato sauce all blended up. If you have diced tomatoes, you'd also want to put that in there. I don't have any. I used them for something else thinking I had extra and I didn't. But now that this is all blended up, I'm going to put a whole onion that I just chopped up into my blender with it to give it that oniony flavor. I don't have any onion powder, and a lot of people in my family don't like onions, so whenever I need to use them, I love onions, and Melissa loves onions, but other people don't. So whenever I need to use onions for that onion flavor, and I need it in the dish, I can't just put it on the side, I just blend them to smithereens and stick them in. Everyone likes the flavor, but they don't have to bite into the onion because that's an issue for certain people, is the texture of the onion. So I'm going to get this blended up now, and my meat's almost ready to add this to it. Okay, once your meat is cooked, you want to drain out, if you're doing like beef or something with grease, you want to drain out the grease. If you're doing turkey, you want to drain off that liquid it creates at the bottom, and then you're going to add in your chili powder. Again, you guys know I do not measure. I would guess that I did 1/4 cup of that. And then garlic salt. You could do garlic powder if you wanted to, and I'm just going to do probably a few teaspoons or tablespoons of that. Then I'm going to mix it up and just let it cook for another couple of minutes to get those flavors going. And then I have some things I need to put in the bottom of my baking dish. We're going to be baking this at 365 for about 40 to 45 minutes. Okay, so now that my seasonings have had I did probably a minute or 2 in there, I'm going to add in my liquid that I made with my okra and tomato sauce and onion. And then I'm going to let this simmer, so I'm going to turn down my heat, put on my lid, and let that simmer. You could do it up to 10 minutes if you wanted to. I'll probably do about 5, or just really however long it takes me to get my other stuff going. Okay, so into my 9x13 baking dish, I'm going to do 1.5 cups of egg whites. Oh, I got to spray my dish. Almost forgot. There we go. Okay. So 1.5 cups. That's 1.5. Now I'm going to get in my can of pinto beans and my rotel, which is just diced tomatoes and peppers. If you don't know what rotel is, I'm going to leave the bean juice in there. There we go. I need my can opener for this, and then we'll get it dumped in also. All right, here goes the rotel. I'm gonna give this meat mixture a quick stir. Smells good. Now I'm also gonna get a handful of cheddar cheese in here. I'd say a handful is close to a cup, wouldn't y'all agree? So we're just gonna get that in there. Now we're gonna get this stirred up. I let my meat sit for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and transfer it over. I forgot to take out, like I said, I made 3 pounds and this recipe calls for 2. I forgot to take it out. So we're just gonna see what will fit in here. And then whatever won't fit, we'll save, and I'll just save it. I might freeze it for a different time that we make this recipe. So I'm gonna get this meat transferred over. Okay, so here this is all mixed up. I'm gonna get this in my oven, like I said, for about 40 to 45 minutes. Here is the meat that isn't fitting in here. So what I'm gonna do is use this as a base for a chili another night. Don't forget to add cheese to the top before you start it. I had to pull mine out real quick and add some. I had just put it in though, but yeah. So another big old handful of cheese to the top. Here's how that chili pie looks fresh out of the oven. I'm gonna let it cool for a couple of minutes, and then I'm gonna slice it up and get it on plates. So here is what it looks like once you let it cool off. It's actually like a little piece of pie, chili pie. I pulled mine out before I let it cool off. And it's just chili if you do it that way. And we're gonna serve it up with a big old side salad. This is romaine hearts and kale. So this will be our dinner for, what is this, Thursday night? You guys, Friday night's dinner brought to you by Walmart Pizza. Mom ain't feeling good tonight, so we ate out for lunch and we're having this for dinner. The kids are listening to Christmas music and having a party, so that's what's happening in our house. Nothing fancy here tonight, just some good old pizza. Alright, my mama dinner is a wrap. I have pepper jack, laughing cow cheese on here, some lettuce, pepperonis, those are turkey pepperonis, and then just a little bit of pepper and garlic salt. And then I have a cup here of cut up strawberries, blueberries, and some nuts. And yeah, so the kids are upstairs, you can hear, having a good time. They are having a Christmas dance party with pizza. And I'm gonna sit here and eat this in bed. And I've got good old Jamarel on TV. So this is what my Friday night's looking like. Alright you guys, tonight for dinner we are having chili. So what I did was, this morning I went ahead, you know how I cooked a little too much meat and some of the blended ingredients the other night when I did the chili pie? So I just saved that and I added this to my Instant Pot on slow cook. Okay, quit beeping, Instant Pot. Okay, good job. So I added that, and then I added 1 can of black beans, 1 can of ranch style beans, 1 can of kidney beans, a 15-ounce can of tomato paste, and a can of fire roasted stewed tomato thingies. And yeah, that is it. So if you saw in my chili blend, I already had like onion and stuff blended up into that, so there's no chunks. But I just put this in this morning on slow cook. It's been cooking for about 5 hours, and my meat was already cooked, so just getting the flavors together and heating up those beans. And this is how it looks. So this is our Saturday night dinner. Hey guys, so it is Sunday. That means it's the last night of this week's What's for Dinner. Yes, I look crazy. No makeup, wearing my husband's shirt. I got sick in the middle of this week. Well, really at the beginning, I was sick and it just got worse and worse. I thought maybe that I was having anemia. Turns out I was detoxing from sugar. You know, I'm doing Trim Healthy Mama. Boy, that sugar detox hit me hard. Also, I found out from a lot of lovely ladies I know who are doing Trim Healthy Mama that I was not having enough e-meals. So my body was not getting enough carbs. So because I wasn't getting enough carbs, healthy carbs, and I wasn't having any sugar, I just cut it out cold turkey, I got real sick, like real sick. I told myself if I wasn't better, by this coming Wednesday I was going and getting, you know, a whole bunch of tests done, figure out what is wrong with me. We were all worried. This is the issue. So I have corrected it. I'm feeling a lot better today, but I've just been kind of trying to take it easy today. So this is why I look this way. But I'm feeling much better. So if you watch my daily vlogs, I'm just trying to give you a little update here. The vlogs that will be coming out this week, you'll see me getting sick. And so I didn't want you to worry. I'm okay now. Figured out the issue. Gonna be okay. But they're just a week behind time. So when you see me getting sick, know I'm okay. Also, that's why this week's What's for Dinners, I'm sure it comes off, I noticed as I was editing that it came off a little bit like I wasn't feeling too great. So the editing's not, I didn't put as much energy into editing because I've been editing while I've been sick, and you can just tell. So also Monday we had leftovers, that's why you saw no Monday. And then anyway, so it's just kind of been a messy week, but I tried to get you out something anyway, and so you saw us eating while I was sick. It is what it is. Tonight what I'm cooking up is breakfast. So we are having eggs and bacon and some zucchini, and I'll show you in just a second how they're looking. I was burning bacon. But yes, I'll show you here in just a second. I'm doing turkey bacon in the oven. I'm doing how we do eggs sometimes. I think I share mostly in daily vlogs, but sometimes we'll just crack an egg into a muffin tin and let that cook. I'll season it, but I don't stir it or anything. It's real good that way. So I have that going in the oven. You can see just like a really super simple mom's trying to recover meal. And then I just cut up 3 zucchinis and sauteed them in butter. I used oregano, garlic, salt, pepper, and cayenne pepper in that. So I'm gonna go finish cooking and then I'll show you how it looks. I'll plate it up. Alright, so I'm making plates. My house is real loud. Got bacon, got eggs. I'm waiting for another pan of eggs because I did a big muffin tin where I put 2 eggs in each one. But here is how the plates are turning out. So we're doing bacon, strawberries, bananas, eggs, and zucchini. They've also been at the table. The kids have munching on cantaloupe. So this is our last dinner for this week, and it's Sunday night. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.